I'm Vanessa Ruck, welcome to my garage. Today I'm here with TengTools and we're going to be talking about the 72 teeth ratchets and the accessories that can come along with it. Okay, so straight away you can see in front of me a range of tools. I'm going to be talking through each of these tools, the accessories, how they can work together, and some of the key features that are worth knowing. So first up, we've got 3 sets of the 72 teeth ratchets. 1/2 inch, 3/8, and the 1/4 inch. The 72 inch ratchet is available in the 3 sizes and the features of the 3 are the same. So I'm going to focus on one, but bear in mind that it actually applies to all 3. Now these are ergonomically designed with a tough but comfortable, durable handle for the optimized grip. We have a ratcheted head. You can hear that ratcheting there, with a twisting feature on the top that turns the ratchet to go the other way. The difference between the 3 is of course the size, the strength, but also the size of the socket that it's going to take. Now if I take an example here and pop it on, we can see that there is a quick release button on the top which is going to eject the socket. That's really easy one-handed action, makes things a little bit more efficient. Exactly the same on the 3 tools, ratcheted and ratcheted. The only difference with the little one is that it doesn't have the quick release button because it's so effortless to take them on and off, and your finger would have to be very, very small. The name of the ratchet implies the mechanism that is inside. It does indeed have 72 teeth. The advantage of that is that you've got a 5-degree working area for that ratchet to work. So it's brilliant for smaller confined spaces where maybe you don't have much space for your knuckles and you can work within that small degree of area. Let's dive into what comes with each kit. Now you can immediately see that these tools are in the TT series boxes. That is a plastic casing which is easy to wash, doesn't hold moisture, and it's a great way to keep your tools secure and safe. They come with that as standard. Now inside each of the box there are various accessories that go alongside that particular size 72 teeth ratchet. So first of all we have the sockets. This goes from 4 to 13, and that is along with the 1/4 inch. Key to remember with this 1/4 inch is that these tools are designed based on the power that's recommended to use this ratchet. So it goes up to 13. It's not recommended to go higher than 13. If you need larger than a 13mm socket, you're just going to move up to the larger 3/8 size ratchet, and that's going to give you a bigger degree of socket sizes. We have a selection of deeper sockets, and that's going to enable you to go down onto a longer bolt. As an example, that goes from 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, and 13. We have an adapter that is going to take different size bits, and it comes with some of those bits. So you've got Torx, flatheads, crossheads in there, and they are secured in a little rubberized case. So to save time going through all of the individual parts, each one of these sets has one of these adapters, which is going to enable you to have a turn and a flex in your kit. The next thing that each of one of those has is an adapter. So here we can see an adapter going from a 1/2 inch down to a 3/8, and that's going to enable you to put your bigger sockets designed for this onto a smaller one, and also the same for the smaller kit, being able to use your bigger ratchet on there. So these adapters are going to give you a bit more versatility between having the volume of ratchets and sockets. You can mix things up. Another way that these adapters have been designed is to have a hole. Part of it is designed for space saving of where it lives in the kit, but another part is actually to enable you to make a little mini T-bar so you can apply your socket and then you can twist quite easily. Just another little design feature built in for efficiency of your tools. Moving up to the mid-size ratchet, which is the 3/8, you'll notice a big handle in here. This is to go with the sockets that come with the set, and it's got some cool features because the top will twist. This is going to enable you to quickly do up a socket like you would typically with a screwdriver as an example, that kind of similar motion. But you can also then get your ratchet, put it on using the quick release button. You can then pop your ratchet on the socket and very quickly, whilst being able to hold it on nice and square with a nice grip, ratchet that up and down. And of course you can change direction and ratchet the other way. That's going to give you a comfortable grip for your hand and also the additional length to get into a bolt. Another feature in the mid-size socket is the extender that we have. Now this is a extender to give you more range, but actually it's got a very clever feature as the base where the socket goes in is slightly rounded. So if we go close up on this, you can see we've got a little bit of flex on that joint. Not as much as using the full flex adapter, but when you're thinking about trying to get a really clean mating surface of that socket onto your bolt, that little bit of millimeter flex can really help you make sure that you're not damaging the bolt. While we're looking at the socket set that comes with the 3/8 inch kit, it's worth mentioning the 6-point sockets that it comes with. If we close up look at this socket, you'll see that the actual corners in the 6 points are rounded. That is a design by Teng to ensure that they've got what you call a hip grip. Because when a socket grips based on the corner of the bolt, you've got a much higher likelihood of fatiguing that bolt and rounding it off. So by having a rounded corner, the socket is relying on the grip on the mating surface of the straight edge to get that grip, not the corner where it can fatigue. That's going to give you a lot more life out of your bolts and your sockets. So finally we have the 1/2 inch size. This kit comes with the same items, the adapter, the corner. We've got some bar extenders to make it longer. And I've also got an example of a slightly different socket set here that will go on that. This is the 12-point socket. Now you can immediately see there's a lot more inside. 12 points instead of 6. This is designed for slightly more confined spaces where it's a little bit harder to maybe see getting it onto the bolt. The way that a 6-point socket works is optimizing the straight mating surface to get the grip. The 12-point, while it still has the rounded edges, doesn't have the same amount of flat mating surface. So one thing to bear in mind when using it is you're not going to want to use as much applied force. If you need to use a lot of applied force, revert back to the 6-point socket. The final kit that we have in front of me is an adapter kit for other variations. Now, you've got big long arms for the 1/2 inch, you've got a massive extension there for range, you've got a handle to make a T-bar. That will go onto your extender and it gives you a quick way to use that as a T-bar. Other items in this kit is different sizes of the slightly rounded socket attachment, but a key part of these that you will see on both of them is the addition of this tiny little grub screw. It comes with a tool, a precision tool to go along with it, but that's going to enable you to put your socket onto your tool and then lock it on there. And you have absolutely no risk of that coming off, going loose as you're working. You can very quickly see that the combination of these tools, they work very well in parallel, and with the different sizings, they should cover a massive range of your socket needs. Let us know if you have any questions in the comments. I'm Vanessa Ruck here with TengTools. Thanks so much for watching.